here. I know it's a little bit windy, folks. Those wind gusts are going to try to make those kicks sail, but we also know, hey, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't try. Clean up those offsides penalties, folks. Last week, we saw them penalized for over 90 yards. That swung many plays that could have been huge gains against them on the field. That kept them moving backwards and not forward, and it was sucking the wind out of our sail, or out of their sails. Excuse me. They have to clean it up this game. They have to play discipline. They have to play hard. They have to clean up the catches, folks. Last week, we saw them play with what seemed like a boogeyman just chasing behind them. They were not able to reel in some amazing throws that were fired their way when they needed them most, no less. They have to get that fixed tonight. Bishop will not allow them too many second chances on this. Warren, the quarterback for Bishop, is a priority due to his ability to be shifty and elusive in the pocket, folks. This kid is an absolute problem. The D-line has got to make sure he has a very frustrating night and is as disruptive as possible and gets to him in the backfield.
I'm with you, Sean. I think that's good analysis. And you know, that this part of the pregame show, we like to shine a spotlight on some of the Southeast football players. And, you know, the first one usually is the quarterback, and it's Michael Graham. He's the offensive leader of this by Metro Technology Centers and SSM Health at St. Anthony. And we were talking before the break about the Southeast Spartans football team. We were highlighting some of the players. We went over some of the keys to the game with Sean Pryor. And we were talking about quarterback Michael Graham and how fleet of foot he is and how much of a leader he is for this football team and how much they depend on him, Sean.
Absolutely. His ability, you know, you said it earlier, to make something out of nothing is absolutely uncanny. That word that so many people use, and it's special. Special. He has a very special ability. Again, like I say, he's elusive. He's shifty. Back there in the pocket, that's his home, but you can never be surprised when he takes off. That kid has got amazing speed. He will literally make something out of nothing.
You also have tailback Rodney Fields for the Southeast Spartan. What an explosive player he is. He's got all the tools you want in a running back. Great vision. Is quick-footed. I mean, he can make a guy miss on a drop of a dime. A very talented wide receiver. And you know, the rumor has it there are some colleges here in attendance that will be scouting his abilities to play football.
Absolutely. I think I saw on the Facebook earlier that Iowa State had actually flown some folks down to have a conversation, I believe with both of them, that they were talking, that they were doing a little recruiting out here, taking a look. So this is going to be a really special game. You're going to really see them want to show up and show out, as they say.
LaDainian Fields is a very talented wide receiver. He's dangerous when he gets the balls in his hands, and I'm telling you, he's a good returner as well. You'll see him return kicks tonight, and if he can get open on a go route, get ready because it could be six pretty quick. Sophomore wide receiver Myshawn Graham, he's the younger brother of quarterback Michael Graham. Obviously, they have great chemistry. They're a really good 1-2 punch. He'll return some kicks and some punts as well, but he is most notable for making some really spectacular catches over the middle and along the sidelines. Had a little bit of case of the dropsies last week, but I'm sure they fixed that in practice and really made an effort. I know talking with Coach Lane, that was one of the specific things they were working on this week. So I'm sure that's happened. But what are your thoughts on Myshawn Graham?
Yeah, you know, and it's one of those things. Everybody gets a case of the yips, you know, and we saw that last week. It seemed like everybody had the yips. Nobody could get their hands on that ball. It's like that thing was covered in butter. This week, I'll tell you what, I think we're going to see something special out of everybody. Myshawn Graham is just – again, has that ability to be able to get separation, to be explosive, catch the ball, turn up field, and just be so darn fast. And again, that is his specialty, and that's what I think we're going to see a healthy dose of here tonight.
And Southeast has a slew of skill position players. It's what makes them dangerous. It's almost like pick your poison. They've got Tay Bullock and Chance Lee Law, who are other very talented skill position players that will get the football tonight. And then big offensive lineman Joseph Wynn. He's one of the leaders on that offensive line for Southeast. He's consistent. He's tenacious at the line of scrimmage. He's got really good size, 6'4", over 300 pounds, strong arms. When Southeast runs the football with Rodney Fields, it's usually behind offensive lineman Joseph Wynn. Now, Defensively for Southeast, I think we can agree their strength of their defense is their secondary. They're just so athletic. They cover well. They can tackle as well. And one thing I want to see them do better tonight, and I think this is a crucial part of the game, Sean, is create turnovers. You got to get interceptions. You got to get fumbles. Do that, and it would make a tremendous difference in this game. And it would also help their offense, give them more opportunities to score. They need to score as many points as possible tonight. Defensive line for Southeast, got to create push at the line of scrimmage. Got to control it, and they have to do it consistently. One thing Bishop McGuiness does well is wear down their opponents in the second half. That will be an interesting matchup tonight, especially in the second half. So it's going to take a solid effort from that Southeast defensive line, but I think they're up for the challenge. You're a former defensive lineman yourself, Sean. You've played Arena League football for a number of years. You know the position. What's it going to take for Southeast to really slow down this rushing attack from Bishop McGuiness? Because they've got a talented running back.
Absolutely. The first words you said, push. That is going to be pivotal. That's going to be key. They're going to have to establish their dominance at the line of scrimmage. Literally, it's going to take smash mouth football up front. They're going to have to be powerful. They're going to have to be strong, and they're going to have that endurance, like you mentioned, wearing you down. That is going to be what Bishop McGuiness is going to be looking for. They're going to want to wear these cats down. They're going to want to slow them down. They have to stay steadfast. They have to stay strong. This is why we talk so much about conditioning and all that, but I want to go back to something that you said earlier about turnovers. If you've ever listened to these broadcasts, you have heard me say nothing gets a defense going like a fresh-baked turnover. And, folks, that's what they're going to need here tonight. I have said it before, and I'll say it again. Fists on the ball, hands on the ball, helmets on the ball. Be disruptive. It is going to be pivotal here tonight that Southeast has their hands any and everywhere they can be, anywhere near that football, to try to be disruptive, knock that ball loose, and scoop up that turnover to give the offense more time on the field and more opportunities to score.
Linebackers need to read and react quickly, get off blocks, find the football, wrap up, make the tackle. I mean, do the fundamental things extremely well and efficiently. And if the opportunity arises, definitely try and get that fumble. You need turnovers in order to win this game. So anything else we're missing regarding Southeast defense?
You know, you've summed up quite a bit right there, and I love it. And again, I can't say it enough. I want to see those guys strong up front here tonight. I hope that they are able to have just good, strong defensive stands, push and work for 3 and outs, and that's going to be what it's going to take. You know, they're going to have to be strong in their resolve. Part of that togetherness of that defensive unit, standing together, standing steadfast, and bringing the thunder.
Let's talk about the opponent tonight, the Bishop McGuiness Fighting Irish. What are your thoughts on their football team right now? They're 6-1 right now going into this game, have victories over Putnam City, Clinton, Tulsa, Bishop Kelly, Shawnee, Lawton Eisenhower, and Guthrie. Now, they did suffer a loss to Carl Albert in a very close game, 31-24. But what are your thoughts on Bishop McGuiness?
I want to put respect on their name up front and out the gate. Bishop McGuiness is absolutely nobody that you're going to just shake a stick at and walk away. They are coming in here with the thought to bring the thunder. I mean, only one loss this season, and that's to a pretty strong Carl Albert team, folks. They've qualified for the playoffs, 23 straight seasons coming into this game. Taffy is literally a Swiss Army knife of a player. I mean, he's a runner that you almost have to hit with a bulldozer to stop. He's tougher than a $2 steak on Sunday, folks. So, I mean, they have got to be ready. Absolutely have got to be ready.
Yeah, and I think their quarterback's pretty good, too. His name's River Warren. He's got high football IQ, always making the right decision, doesn't turn the ball over, and he's an accurate passer, one of the leaders on offense for this football team. And you talked about Mike Taffy. Very balanced running back. I mean, the ability is impressive. He can juke your socks off, or he can catch the ball out of the flats. I mean, he's just an overall talented running back, and Bishop McGuiness have leaned pretty heavily on him throughout the season. Wide receiver-wise for Bishop McGuiness, Tyrell Bruner. I mean, he's got a natural ability to catch the ball. He runs crisp routes. He's got pretty good hands, and he's not afraid to make the play on the big stage. He's a gamer. So, you're going to have to cover him along the sidelines and over the middle. I think Southeast is really good in the secondary part of the defense. We'll see if they can cover Tyrell Bruner as well as possible. Defensively, McGuiness runs a 4-2-5 base defense. You know, fundamentally, they're pretty disciplined, Sean. They don't miss a lot of tackles. They're aggressive at the line of scrimmage, and they just don't seem to make many mistakes.
Absolutely. That was one of the things that I had here. I'll tell you what, they have the ability to make a line collapse, literally. I mean, they crash in on you, and you said it earlier, they try to wear you down. Again, that grinding, smash mouth, hard-nosed football. I mean, again, that battle in the trenches, and they're going to be looking to try to win that. I mean, we've seen them do it numerous times this year.
Couple players to spotlight on that Bishop McGuiness meet. Kazan Bird. He's a transfer over from a different school, but he has fit in well with this Bishop McGuiness defense this year, and he makes a difference on this football team. He's a true definition of a ball hawk. He finds the football really quickly, makes a ton of tackles. He's also effective on the blitz, so look out for Kazan Bird. Secondary players for Bishop McGuiness, Kellen Frail and Noah Rice. They play well, and they do a pretty good job defending against speedy wide receivers, and that's what Southeast has tonight. So it's going to be an interesting matchup between those guys. Defensive lineman Vincent Shivers. I mean, he's expected to clog those running lanes between the tackles, and he does a really good job of that. And so I've been impressed with what Bishop McGuiness has done in Class 5A. They've got another hill to climb against this Southeast Spartan football team, and this is two teams with winning records gonna play it out tonight here at Spiegel Stadium. And you know, this is a great venue, and we're taking very good care of here, and we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight via the All City Sports YouTube page or listening on the radio, CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1, and we're moments away from kickoff. We had the coin toss. I'm not sure who won it, but it looks like Bishop McGuiness is going to kick off to Southeast, and so the Spartans are going to get the first opportunity on offense to score some points. And you've got back to receive the kick. I believe that's going to be LaDainian Fields, and then you're going to have Rodney Fields back there as well, and two of the most talented skill position players on the team, and they're well respected in Class 5A for their abilities to make plays and turn small plays into big plays, because they have the potential to score each and every time that they touch the football, Sean.
Yeah, fast and explosive. I mean, that's just the best way to be able to describe them. From what you said earlier as well about the wide receivers and the DBs on both sides, it's going to be interesting to see how those battles go and if those end in a little too much hand contact.
And we're seconds away from getting this game started. Here is Bishop McGuiness. Kick right down the middle. It's going to be received by Rodney Fields. He takes it to the 5. He's going left to the 10, and he's still on his feet. 15. Runs over 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, tackled about the 47, about as good a return as you could think of without scoring. How many people did he run over, Sean?
Ladies and gentlemen, he must have just run through 5 white jerseys. I'll tell you what, if you've heard a truck stick, we just saw it, because he just turned a man inside out.
That was a very impressive, tough return by the running back, Rodney Fields, who is just a tremendous playmaker for this Southeast offense. So we'll see what they do here on the first possession of the game. Coach Matt Lane is meeting with this offense right now. You've got the Bishop McGuiness defense out there awaiting Southeast to approach the line of scrimmage and run the play. And they're kind of going over a few things here before they march out onto the field, but very impressed with that run. We'll see if it can translate over into the offense. I know this Bishop McGuiness defense is pretty stacked. They've shown they can make some plays at some key points of the game.
And it's so important to set the tone. What a great way for them to set the tone. I mean, just marching down there like that with that heck of a run. And from here, I have to wonder. We saw in the Guthrie game where we saw that they went for a big shot right out of the gate. I'm wondering if we're going to see that again here tonight.
I don't see why not. I mean, if you've got the weapons, why not use them? I mean, this is what they do. They make several attempts throughout each and every game to go for the home run ball. and they could very well start the game off here. 4 receivers split, 2 to each side, 1 running back to the right of Michael Graham. It's Rodney Fields. Michael Graham's overlooking the defense. It's first down and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Got a shift from the McGuiness defense in front. 1 man in motion. They're going to quick pitch to the right. Rodney Fields, 50, 40, 30, 20, and he's going to be pushed out around the 15. It was just a speed option to the right, and Michael Graham just pitched it, and Rodney Fields took it really far.
Yes, he did, and I tell you what, it was amazing how he managed to exploit that over there. I saw that shift. He obviously noticed it as well, and as they tried to crash in on that side, he literally used his speed to catch the edge and just sprint down the sideline.
And found room to run, but they're going to call holding here, and it's coming back. What an unfortunate chain of events. We're only play number 1, and that is a tremendous shift. Bad penalty to start the game. You go from like a 40-yard explosion to now it's first down and 19 from their own 37-yard line. So an unfortunate penalty for Southeast. Going to replay first down here. Same formation, shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. Rodney Fields is standing to the left of the quarterback. Ball is snapped. They're going to run left, and same play to the other side. Pitched it to Rodney Fields, gets to 35, close to the 40, and he's going to be tackled right around the 42.
Absolute collision down there.
Trying to get closer to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be about second and, I'm going to say 13. Second and 15 is where they'll mark him, right at the 41-yard line. Second and 15 for Southeast, and trips receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 running back, shotgun formation. Michael Graham, the quarterback, overlooking the defense. Now he's looking towards the coaching staff, and he's waiting on the snap. Gets the snap, runs left. It's going to be quarterback sweep, trying to find some room to run. Can't find much. Gets pushed out of bounds. I think that may be a 1-yard loss. If anything, he got back to the
original line.
Yeah, original line of scrimmage. So now it's 3rd and 15. And this is where Southeast has kind of struggled in the past few games, is on 3rd downs. They've got to figure out how to sustain the drives. Trip receivers to the right, 1 to the left, shotgun formation. Michael Graham gets the snap. He's dropping back to pass. He runs right, still trying to get rid of it, and he does, and it's incomplete. So it's going to be 4th down and 15, and Southeast is going to be forced to punt the football to Bishop McGuiness.
Yeah, and that's really a shame. I mean, because that should have been a much better offensive series than what it was, and it is just so unfortunate. I know we said earlier in the keys to the game, penalties, folks. It is that will just suck the wind out of the sails right there. What?
All right, so we'll see this 4th and 15 situation. Looks like they've got the punt team out there. I'm trying to see what number McGuiness is for the punt returner. Here is the punt. It is high, a pretty good punt down to the close to the 20. He makes 1 man miss, 2nd man miss. Now he's got 35, 40, 45, 50, 40, 30, 20. Still on his feet. He's going to take it to the house. Bishop McGuiness takes that punt return and scores about a 60-yard punt return to start the game, 6-0. Their offense didn't even have to get out on the field. The special teams took care of it, and really showcased his speed on that play and got loose and scored, Sean.
Yeah, I tell you, I think he was the one that made the tackle on that last play on the offensive series against Southeast, and here he is running back.
Waiting on the extra point. Here's the kick. It is up, and it is good. The Bishop McGuiness Fighting Irish is up 7-0 with 10 minutes and 8 seconds left here in the first quarter at Spiegel Stadium over the Southeast Spartans football team. All right, we're going to come back and Welcome back to the high school game of the week here on the All City Sports YouTube page and CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. We just had our first touchdown of the game. The Bishop McGuiness Fighting Irish took back the punt return, about 60 yards for the touchdown. So Southeast has the football at their own 20. And you've got trips receivers to the left, and we either have a false start or an encroachment here. And it looks to be a false start, and that's kind of been an issue throughout the season, is just those little penalties that will come back to haunt you.
Absolutely.
Like those little mistakes like the false start, Sean.
You know, it's 1st and 10. You never want to start buried at 1st and 15.
Ball is snapped. Michael Graham, wide receiver screen to LaDainian Fields, gets close to the 20, and he's going to be tackled right at the 20 to 21. We'll see with a mark. But he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be about 2nd and 10 here.
And I can tell you it's going to be tough all night to be able to tell you who's tackling. Why? Because I noticed it in film as we led up to this game. Bishop swarm tackles. When they see that ball, they swarm to it.
Twin receivers to each side, one running back to the right of Michael Graham. He throws to Rodney Fields in the flats. He catches the edge, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And he's pushed out of bounds or really close to it. He's in Bishop McGuiness territory. And they're going to mark him right around the 43-yard line. Heck of a play, catch and run by Rodney Fields.
You know, and it's so funny how much that looked like that original run, just finding that edge over there on that sideline. And he is so darn fast and explosive, so explosive. I hope they can, let's see if they can keep that momentum.
That was about a 35-yard catch and run. 1st down and 10 for Southeast. Gets the snap. Michael Graham turns around, trying to find some room to throw, and does. I think he completed it for a short gain, got pushed out of bounds. So maybe we'll see where they spot the football. It's actually about a 1-yard gain. He ran back pretty far, completed the pass. So that, I mean, technically it was just 1 yard, 3 feet.
Right. Yeah, they're
positive yards.
They're about. It was a low snap.
2nd and 9 from the Bishop McGuiness 42. They're going to run left, speed option. Michael Graham's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be tackled right at the 40. And that looked to be a 3-yard gain for the Southeast Spartans. It's going to be about 3rd and 6.
Yeah. Marcus James on the tackle there for Bishop.
Well, they're going to say 3rd and 8 here. And so here we are, another 3rd down situation. Twins to each side, one running back. Michael Graham gets the snap, drops back. He has to throw it away. He was getting chased by a Bishop McGuiness defender who was coming up on him pretty quickly. So that's incomplete, and all of a sudden we look up and it's 4th and 8, Sean.
Yep, and we're back here again. And again, these 4th down situations are just not where Southeast wants to be. You know, again, they're getting heavy pressure in the middle, and that man, you know, we keep seeing at least one man bust through and put that pressure.
And it's 4th down and 8, and they're going for it. Twins receivers to each side. Got to convert here. Drops back, gets the snap. Now he's going to have to run left, and he looks to throw, and he does. It's in the end zone, and it is incomplete, but we do have a flag back there. It could be pass interference.
I'm thinking that's what we're looking at there. And, you know, I mentioned earlier that with how aggressive they are on both sides, you know, these wide receivers and these DBs, there was going to be a lot of hand contact. So that's what I'm expecting.
If that's a pass interference, I think it's going to be a 1st down and 10 for Southeast. We'll see what the call is. Can you see the referee?
I'm still waiting to see here. Haven't seen the signal.
Okay, they're talking amongst themselves. This will be a big call.
Absolutely.
if it can go against Bishop McGuiness. Otherwise, their offense is going to come out onto the field.
Oh, wait, he started giving the signal. He stopped. And
it's offensive pass interference, so it's declined. And Bishop McGuiness gets the ball. I wasn't expecting that, but the Fighting Irish offense comes out onto the field with their first possession. Remember, they took the punt back for a touchdown. So now that it's a turnover on downs, this will give the Bishop McGuiness quarterback, River Warren, his first opportunity to put some points on the board. And they've gotten Southeast to jump off sides. So that's encroachment on that Spartan defense. It will now be 1st and 5 from the 46-yard line for Bishop McGuiness. tricking them right from the get-go with the tough cadence. And we'll see what they do here. Shotgun formation, and guess what? They do it again, Sean. I'm shocked to see this. They've got them to jump off sides the first 2 plays of the offensive possession. That will now be a free first down and 10, and now they're at the 49.
Yeah, it is. This is. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Shotgun formation. Ball is snapped. Hands off to Taffy. He's going to try and bounce out left, and he's cutting through the offense for about 13, 14 yards. That will move the chains once again. He cut left, then he went right. It went right at those linebackers. Got brought down. First down and 10 here again. Almost intercepted. They tried to throw a wide receiver screen, and it looked like LaDainian Fields read it like a children's book. He just wasn't able to grasp that football. Sean, if he catches that football, he's gone.
He's absolutely. He's going to ride the lightning all the way back to the other side of that field. I'm telling you, he read that quarterback's eyes, and he was almost gone.
8:12 left in the first quarter early in this football game. Second down and 10, hands off to Taffy. He cuts up, and he's quickly met, maybe for a 1-yard loss here. He may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, but very good stand by that Southeast defensive line on that play.
I'll tell you what, this Southeast defense, they are looking hotter than fire right now. They are bringing it.
Third down and 10 from the Southeast 37. McGuiness with the football. River Warren's overlooking the defense. He gets the snap. He drops back to throw. Incomplete. It hit him right in the hands of the wide receiver and went right through the Bishop McGuiness offensive wide receiver's hands for incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and 10, and it looks like they're getting right back to the line of scrimmage. They may be going for it on 4th down here. They're in Southeast territory, so, they're in good field position, waiting on the snap, trying to draw them off sides again, and that's not working. They may call timeout here. River Warren's relaying the play to his offensive lineman. Gets the snap, drops back. It's 4th down. He's well protected, throws over the middle, complete, and I think that's good enough for a first down. It's going to be really close. I think that's an 11-yard gain for the Bishop McGuiness Fighting Irish. That's just what the doctor ordered, a fresh first down and 10. And they get right back to the line of scrimmage. He's throwing again into the corner of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Bishop McGuiness. Hit him on a go route. The defender for Southeast thought it would be underthrown a little bit. It was almost overthrown, but that wide receiver was able to catch it for another touchdown.
Absolutely. Just caught him on that back corner of that end zone. They were able to hook up. Ball almost got batted away, but they were able to make it happen, and it's good for another score for McGuiness.
Here comes the extra point team, and we'll see how this goes. The snap is up, kick is up, and it's right down the middle. The Bishop McGuiness Fighting Irish are up 14-0 with about 7.5 left in this first quarter. Southeast is going to get another opportunity on offense and a crucial first down and 10. They need to get some points on the board. We'll be right back. It's our high school game of the week here on the All City Sports YouTube page. It's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM, HD1.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. Y'all gotta bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at geico.com.
And we're back. High school game of the week here on the All City Sports YouTube page at CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. Of course, it's sponsored by Metro Technology Centers and SSM Health at St. Anthony's. And I want to thank all our sponsors for making this broadcast happen here tonight. Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue, Chuck Davis State Farm, A-Plus Lawn Service and owner Milo Wilson, Langston University, and Casino de Mina Restaurant. All right, Sean, we've got a 14-0 score. Bishop McGuiness is on top early in this game. Southeast offense is about to take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. What do they need to do differently than they've been doing so far early in this game?
This offensive line is going to have to really firm up. They are getting pushed around by this Bishop McGuiness defensive line. They're going to have to allow some time in that pocket so that he can get that ball out and get it down to his receivers.
All right, you're going to see twin receivers to each side. One running back in the backfield. It's Rodney Fields. Quarterback is Michael Graham. He's overlooking the defense. He gets the snaps, going to hand off up the middle for Rodney Fields. He cuts back left, and then he's going to hit the sidelines, gets to the 25, close to the 30, cuts back inside, 35 and 40. That was a very hard-fought 20-yard gain right there, but positive play nonetheless.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you what, his ability to cut back left, right like that is something special. There was probably 3 different times he literally had to stop and change direction on a dime to get up there.
1st and 10, Southeast Spartan football. They are at their own 39-yard line right now. And we're going to see how they line up here. Looks to be trips receivers to the right, one receiver to the left, the short side of the field. Michael Graham drops back. He's looking to throw, and he's going for the big play. He's got a man open, and he just barely overthrows him, incomplete. That was a missed opportunity by the Southeast offense, but they were inches away from completing that pass.
Absolutely. I mean, it was just a little bit too big for him. I mean, if he would have had 2 more steps on that one, he would have brought that down, and there was no way he was going to be denied that end zone.
And that won't be forgotten by the Southeast Spartan football team. They tend to attempt those big plays throughout the game. That is something that they will probably go back to and see if they can complete it later on in the half or maybe next half. Trips receivers right, shotgun formation. Michael Graham throws to the slot. He's going to pull up 40, gets close to the, well, he's going to be tackled. It's a 4-yard gain. 4-yard gain, kind of a slot receiver screen, if you will. Threw it to him in the flats. He burst upfield, was able to get 4 yards. It's 3rd and 6. Right here for the Southeast Spartans.
Yeah, and every one of these yards, I mean, these are hard-fought yards on the ground. They are really having a push to get it done up there.
Michael Graham trying to draw him off sides. Now he's looking back to the coaching staff. Now he's back overlooking the defense, goes through his cadence, gets the snap. Bad snap. It's over his head. He picks it up and runs right, and he's just going to throw it and almost complete it. And that would have been really close to the first down marker. What a play by Michael Graham there.
I tell you what, if he would have made that catch, that would have been a little taste of the Spartan magic. I mean, they were going to just hook that up, and that would have been a sorely needed first down right there.
And instead, it's 4th and 6, and it looks like the Spartans are going to be forced to punt here. Remember, the last time they punted, it was to Kellen Frail, and he took it about 60 yards for the touchdown here. So might want to think twice about punting him the football. They have a different guy back there. Well, Kellen Frail is back there, but they also have number 5, Noah Rice, back there as well. And the ball was snapped and play called dead.
Yeah, looks like we had some laundry on the field here for offsides.
All right, so that's going to move it up to what, 4th and 1? That's going to be a 4th and 1, and here comes the offense. They're going to go for it here, Sean, and I don't see why not. I mean, 4th and 1, you swing for the fences right now when you've got a very talented football team like Bishop McGuiness kind of on the ropes here on this specific possession. I think you do what you can to get 3 feet here.
Yeah, I tell you what, you're going to go jumbo, you're going to get all the bigs up front, and you are going to get the biggest push on that ball right here.
Twins receivers to each side, shotgun position. Rodney Fields is the running back. They snap the ball, give it to Fields. He's going to run up, and I don't think he's going to get anywhere. That is going to be a tackle for a loss, and that McGuiness defensive line got some penetration, blew up big play in the backfield.
Absolutely. I mean, he tried to take that ball just straight up the middle and was literally he was literally met by what looked like a phalanx of just white jerseys. That was a wall, and that's going to be an opportunity. That's going to be one that Southeast is going to wish that they could get back right there.
And so here comes the Bishop McGuiness offense, led by their quarterback, River Warren. And they've got the very talented Mike Taffy in at running back, number 1 to his left side. They've got twin receivers to the left, one receiver to the right, which is the wide side of the field. And they're going to throw a screen to it, and it's going to be a double pass. They throw a screen to the running back or throw to him in the flats, and he's quickly gobbled up by that Southeast defense. It's going to be a significant loss. He was going to try and throw it down the field, but Southeast got there too quickly.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny. I noticed when I got a hold of my roster that Mike Taffy, it shows him as quarterback, and I wondered, is he the backup quarterback? Looks like he's a multi-talented player, but not on that play.
Here's the snap. They're going to throw to the slot. Number 5, that's Kellen Frail, who gets tackled for another loss. I think that's going to be a loss of 1. Just kind of a slot receiver screen there. Right there at the flats, and that athletic secondary from Southeast read it like a book and was able to make the tackle for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down and 17 for the Bishop McGuiness Fighting Irish.
Southeast is honestly, I mean, I am impressed with them on defense tonight.
Double tight. They're going to give the ball to Taffy. He's going to run to the left, 50, 45, and he's going to be brought down before the 40. It's going to be a 4th down. And we'll see where they spot the football. I think it's going to be at the 41. It's going to be 4th and 5, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Twin receivers to each side, 4th and 5 for Bishop McGuiness. Trying to draw him off sides. It's not seeming to work it right now.
I was going to say, I think I just saw number 10 false start on offense.
Bishop McGuiness. Yep. So that's going to back it up. It's going to be 4th and 10 for Bishop McGuiness.
I was watching that, and I saw number 10 there. Looked like he lost his balance. Is that Brennan? I believe that's Brennan. I don't know.
Chumo.
There we go. Chumo. Brennan Chumo. Yep, looks like he's
and they're still going to go for it here, even regardless of whether it's 4th and 10 or not. They're in Southeast territory, right at midfield at the 46. Ball is snapped. River Warren's looking to throw. He's got time. Throws over the middle. Complete. The 30, 25. And he's going to be brought down really close to the 20, probably inside the 20, about the 18-yard line. They needed 10 yards. They got about 20, Sean. That's a 1st down and 10 for the Bishop McGuiness Fighting Irish.
Yeah, I'm slightly confounded there with what happened in the secondary with Southeast. It looks like they followed their guys and stopped.
Handoff to Mike Taffy over the left, shakes one defender but can't shake the other one. Maybe a 1-yard gain. Very strong run defense right there on that specific play by the Southeast defense. It's going to be about 2nd and 8. 2nd and 10, they're going to say. And then right back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to play action fake. River Warren throws over the middle. He's got a man, and I think that's a touchdown. It is. Bishop McGuiness scores. That's a 19-yard touchdown pass by quarterback River Warren. It's amazing how quick they get right back up to the line of scrimmage, hike the ball, run the play, throw it, catch it, touchdown, Bishop McGuiness. They're up 20-0. Now they do have their extra point team out on the field trying to make it 21. There's 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's the snap. Kick is up. It is good, right? Yes, it is. So the Bishop McGuiness take the lead. 3 touchdowns right now, up 21-0 with 3:45 left in the first quarter. We're going to take a 30-second timeout and come back and see what Southeast can do on offense and if they can cut this deficit a little bit. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Metro Technology Centers here on the All City Sports YouTube page and CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM, HD1.
Life doesn't wait when you're experiencing bone or joint pain. So if there's something you've been wanting to do but your body's holding you back, it's time to take action. The orthopedic experts at SSM Health Bone and Joint Hospital help people find relief and get moving again. Don't wait any longer. Schedule an appointment. Call 405-218-2530. SSM Health Bone and Joint Hospital at St. Anthony. We're saints in action. helping you get back in action.
Welcome back to the High School Game of the Week here on KIMB, CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM HD1. McGuiness kicks the football to Southeast. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback, so Southeast will take over at their own 20. First down and 10. We've got a score 21-0. That was a 19-yard touchdown catch by Brennan Chubo, senior wide receiver for Bishop McGuiness. The pass was thrown by River Warren, the junior quarterback for the Fighting Irish. Now, Southeast is going to get another opportunity on offense, Sean. It just seems like they take one step forward and two steps back so far. That's been the theme.
Yeah, right here, I think their goals should be to play clean, and in this series, no penalties.
Twin receivers to each side, one running back. It's Rodney Fields, quarterback's Michael Graham. Southeast gets the snap, speed option to the left, pitches to Fields, and he's going to be pushed out really close, maybe the 21, maybe a 1-yard gain here. It's going to be a very short gain if they give him any yards. 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9, that's what they're going to say. 2nd and 9 from the 21. And they're going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and seems like the quarterback is waiting on some play calls here from the coaching staff. They're signaling the play in right now. Trip receivers to the right, one receiver to the left. Ball is snapped. They're going to throw a slot screen in the flats. He cuts up, gets a short amount of yardage, is tackled very awkwardly. He's going to get up really quickly, thank goodness, because that looked like it was a painful tackle.
It did.
It's going to be about 3rd and 8 right here for the Southeast Spartan offense.
Most definitely. So they're in a passing situation right here, and it's going to be interesting to see if they look to just get that yardage or are they going to go for the house.
And that is that swarming defense from Bishop McGuiness. They're really getting to the ball carrier very quickly. Trips receivers to the short side of the field, 2 receivers to the wide. Michael Graham drops back. He's trying to avoid the rush. He's going to run, and he may keep it himself, and that's what he's going to do. He got more positive yardage, but it's not enough to get the first down. So I think it's going to be really close. It's going to be about 4th down and 2 or 3. We'll see where they spot the football. 4th and 3 from their own 27. And I think down 3 touchdowns, we're going to see the punt team run out onto the field for Southeast. They just can't seem to sustain drives early in this game.
Absolutely. And I tell you, as I watched from up here at our broadcast position, I could see number 8 for Bishop, who I don't have him on my list, but number 8, I mean, he came up and he started to cheat up on that edge, and I saw it.
Jace Weeks.
Yep, and I saw him. He was starting to cheat up, and he was going to come around, and nobody caught the extra man.
All right, we got Kellen Frail back to return the punt. Remember, he had a punt return for about 60 yards early in the first quarter. That scored the first touchdown of the game. We've got a penalty on Southeast. It's going to back them up a little bit further. Don't see the signal for the penalty, but it could be. Okay, it's a delay game. So, yeah, that's going to give Bishop McGuiness a little bit better field position here. Punt is up, and we've got a fair catch, and it's dropped, but it's recovered by Bishop McGuiness. They had a muff punt. It was Noah Rice who dropped the punt but was able to jump on it and save the turnover.
Yeah, I tell you what, he threw himself down on top of that ball so fast. That was absolutely saving because there were black jerseys just flying in his direction.
All right, we'll see what happens here with Bishop McGuiness. Their offensive unit is running out onto the field. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line right at midfield. Last time they moved the ball pretty effectively, and they had to convert on 4th down to keep the drive alive, but they were able to do it and score another touchdown. River Warren's in at quarterback, gets the snap, hands off to Taffy up the middle, 45-40, and he's going to be tackled right around the 42. That was a quick 12-yard scamper by the Bishop McGuiness running back, Mike Taffy.
Yeah, Junior Vanilla on the tackle there for Southeast managed to get a hand on him and snatch him down.
All right, they're going to move some players around. They're now at their own 38-yard line, I'm sorry. So shotgun formation, one man in motion. Jet sweep to Mike Taffy. No, it's a reverse to Frail, and he's going to come up the field and get positive yards. It's going to be about 7 yards before he's brought down, and that was actually Noah Rice. Noah Rice on the reverse carry.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 5.
Met with a sea of black jerseys there on the other side, an absolute pile that we're able to stop him.
McGuiness is getting creative on offense. Twin receivers to each side, one running back behind River Warren. Gets the snap, hands off to River Warren. He's going to try and exploit the edge. 30, 25, and he's going to be brought down right close to the 25. He got enough for the first down. There is some laundry on the field, though.
Yeah, I suspect there's going to be a hold here is what I thought I saw from our position.
And that's correct. That is correct. Holding on Bishop McGuiness, so it'll be replay the 2nd down, but it's going to bring it back 10 yards, and I think it's going to be 2nd and 15. Or right? No. No, okay. Not as far as 2nd and 6 here. 2nd and okay. So shotgun formation, twin receivers to each side. Bishop McGuiness with the football. River Warren gets the snap. He's looking to throw, and he's trying to go for the big play and completes it for a touchdown. That is number 8, Jace Weeks, on the touchdown catch for Bishop McGuiness, and they now go up 27-0 with about 1:36 left in the first quarter, and they're sending their extra point team out onto the field. Impressive play through the air, Sean.
Absolutely, it was, and that was a battle with him and Keon Holland for Southeast, and he just managed to get that separation speed up. He managed to make it up there and make the play.
Here is the kick. It is good, and the Fighting Irish of Bishop McGuiness is up 28-0 on the Southeast Spartans with about 1:36 left in the first quarter. We'll be back. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Of course, this broadcast is sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Metro Technology Centers. We'll be right back and see if Southeast can cut the deficit here on their next possession. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to Southeast Spartan football here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM, HD1.
King C. Gillette is the modern man's answer to the facial hair. With a complete set of precision tools, the King C. Gillette line offers the perfect fit for your facial hairstyle. Want to try something great? Try the Style Master, the quintessential styling tool that every man needs to craft their style. It's a waterproof, cordless trimmer with a long-lasting 4-directional blade. It's extremely versatile and designed to edge, trim, and stubble in 4 directions on any hair length. Master your style with King C. Gillette.
Welcome back to Southeast Football Broadcast, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony, Metro Technology Centers. I want to thank everybody for tuning in this evening. About 1:36 left in the first quarter. We've got a score 28-0. Bishop McGuiness is taking a pretty good lead here late in the first, and now they're kicking the football off to Southeast. To LaDainian Fields, gets to the 5, the 10. He's running east and west. Well, he's actually going to be pushed back further. I think he's going to be pushed out of bounds right around the 7-yard line, Sean?
Yeah, that's what it looks like from here. Yeah, he kind of just took off, like you said.
He almost went backwards a little bit. He could have got to the 10. He tried to get some room to run, but it was well defended by the Bishop McGuiness kickoff team.
Yeah, I mean, those white jerseys were just kind of all over him, and it kind of spilled the end of that. Yeah, he's going to have to try to turn upfield here next time and get those positive yards.
1st and 10 for the Southeast Spartan football team. They're at their own 8-yard line, and they are deep in their own territory, going to try and make something happen. Twin receivers each side. Hands off up the middle to Rodney Fields. He's going to be tackled pretty quick, close to the original line of scrimmage. May have gotten a 1-yard gain. Kind of at a different vantage point from what we're seeing over here, Sean.
Yeah, I tell you what, all I know is I saw him take those 2 steps forward and then literal human rubble in the pile there. That it looks like, though, he may have gotten an extremely hard-fought half yard.
So they're going to say it was no gain, but yet no loss. Under a minute left here in the first quarter, second down at 10. Shotgun formation, one running back to the left of Michael Graham. Graham gets the snap, hands off to Fields. He's trying to find some room to run and does. Runs over the first man. He's going to get a first down.
The ball is out. The ball is out.
Oh, it is out. We'll see who's recovered it. We haven't seen the signal, but we do have a big dog pile of players.
I was going to say, demolition derby down there as white jersey comes up celebrating.
And it looks like Bishop McGuiness football.
Yeah, and I tell you what, folks, that goes back to what we said earlier, just being aggressive out there when you're on defense, getting a hand, a helmet, a foot, get something on that ball. That's what they did right there as he came up. They managed to just hit that with a forearm, ball squirted right out, and the pile was on.
And the Bishop McGuiness offense will get the football again in excellent field goal position. They're at the southeast 19-yard line. They're 19 yards away from scoring yet again. Shotgun formation. River Warren, the McGuiness quarterback, gets the ball, hands off on a jet sweep to the running back, gets to the 20, and he's going to be brought down. There's really no room to run. He only got back to the original line of scrimmage, but we do have a holding penalty on Bishop McGuiness, so that's going to back them up a little bit further. And I know Southeast is grateful for that. They need any kind of positivity that helps them in this game. They need it right now.
I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, you know, any little spark, any little thing right now, and just 5 yards bouncing backwards is that's going to be like just enough to be able to give them just that push. I know we said it in the keys to the game, staying motivated, staying up.
Shotgun formation. River Warren, the quarterback, gets the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. He's trying to avoid the rushers, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be sacked. That was a great defensive play by the Southeast Spartan football team. They got to the quarterback, made the play. That's going to push them even further backwards and make it second down and 27. But that's the end of the first quarter. Again, we have a score of 28-0. Bishop McGuiness has the football. They have the lead. Southeast is trying to make something happen. Get that football back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Southeast Spartan football. Sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Metro Technology Centers. Here on the All City Sports YouTube page and CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1.
The Chiefs will try a 62-yard field goal. Townsend waits for the go sign. Snap by Winchester. The kick is up. And the kick is up, and it is good! Good! Good!
Sunday, the Chiefs will try to bounce back when they head to the Bay to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Pre-game starts at 2, right here on your home for Kansas City Chiefs football.
On CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 HD1.
Welcome back to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health and St. Anthony's. Metro Technology Centers here on the All City Sports YouTube page and CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. Got second down at 27 for the Bishop McGuiness offense. They get the snap, handoff to Taffy up the middle. He's got some positive yardage, and he's going to be brought down after about a 6, maybe a 7-yard gain up the middle. And the Southeast linebackers really read that play pretty quickly, reacted, was able to make the tackle. We'll see where they spot the football here. Third down and 19 from the Southeast 28-yard line. Shotgun formation, trips to the left. Ball is snapped. River Warren's looking to throw. He has to run to the left to get some room, and he throws over the middle. It's complete to the 15. He's going to run right. It's number 13, and he's going to end up getting tackled before the first down marker, but he's about 5 yards away, Sean.
Yeah, about 5 yards away, and I was trying to see that jersey to see who it was that literally came flying in and tattooed him to the ground. I tell you once again, folks, it looks like this defense is really practiced. Southeast is just really rushing the ball.
Shotgun formation for Bishop McGuiness, twin receivers to each side, and we've got Southeast defense kind of lined up, trying to defend it as best as possible. Fourth down for Bishop McGuiness. Gets the snap, throws, incomplete, and they're going to say pass interference. That was Tay Bullock who just smashed the receiver that was kind of going on an out route and didn't really give him a chance to catch the football, Sean.
I tell you what, Tay Bullock stood there about as still as a statue, and he literally ran into him, hitting the ground. Looked like he hit a brick wall.
And I'm almost positive that's what's going to be the call, and it is pass interference on Southeast, and, helps Bishop McGuiness convert that fourth down. Unfortunate play. I think if he had made a play on the ball instead of the receiver,
correct,
it would have been fine. They would have had an incompletion, and Southeast would have taken over on that play. But now we're in a different situation. First and goal from their 7-yard line.
There it is again.
And Southeast is going to get called for encroachment here. So now it's going to be first and goal from the 7 to first and goal from the 2-yard line. I have a strong inclination that Mike Taffy is going to get the ball here and run up the middle. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think we're just going to watch Taffy literally just skip up the middle with the ball, like you said, and that's going to be that short yardage situation.
Here we go. Waiting on the snap, and they're going to give it to Mike Taffy, and he's going to scamper into the end zone for another Bishop McGuiness touchdown, and now it's going to be 34 to nothing, and it could be 35 pending an extra point here. Bishop McGuiness has been effective on fourth down. They've went for it on a couple times and have been able to convert, whether it's by themselves or by a penalty on Southeast.
Absolutely, and I kind of wonder at this point on fourth down, are they? And looks like that kick is good. Looks like they're just trying to just bait Southeast and fourth down in the situations to try to get them to jump off sides, and unfortunately they keep biting on it.
So the kick is good, and the Fighting Irish of Bishop McGuiness is up 35 to nothing. There's about 10 minutes and 29 seconds left in the second quarter. I want to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without you. Big O's Pork and Dreams. They have the best barbecue in Oklahoma City. If you haven't had the famous fat butt baked potato, we know you have, Sean. We know that for a fact. You're missing out. They've got 2 locations, one in Edmond right off Santa Fe Avenue and in Midwest City as well. And I'm telling you, the weekend is here. Go get some good barbecue, watch some college football. That's a great plan. And Big O's Pork and Dreams is the place to go. And they will sponsor our player of the game. And you'll hear that announcement of who that player is during our post-game show later on in the evening. Halftime will be coming up here in about 10 and a half minutes. Game minutes. That's how much time's left on the clock. But our halftime show is sponsored by Langston University. And we'll recap what's happened in the first half. We'll try and speculate and figure out what's going to happen in the second half and give you some some high school football scores. Southeast gets the football and it's going to return it right around the 27-yard line. Didn't see who actually returned that kick. Could be LaDainian Fields, could be Rodney Fields as well.
Looked like it was Rodney Fields. Looked like I caught that number 4 sprinting upfield right there. Yeah, and once again, it was just a big crash right there, but this is a great opportunity for them to start something different. I question, are they going to take the big shot? Again, on this very field, we've seen them so many times score big with the big play.
All right, so the Southeast offense is out onto the field. 1st and 10 for Michael Graham, the quarterback of the Spartans. Very talented, very agile, very strong arm. And if he can get some time, he can make things happen. So kind of a bunch set. They get this snap, throw on a slant, hit the receiver, gets the first down, 35, gets to the 40, 45, 50, and is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 45 in Bishop McGuiness territory. That's a great executed play by the Southeast team, Sean.
Absolutely, and I will tell you that That was LaDainian Fields was all alone. All of the Bishop players around him had completely stopped, froze on their routes. Everybody was just hanging out, and he was able to catch that ball, run upfield, and make positive yardage. They're going to have to continue to exploit that so that they continue to be able to get downfield and try to get a score.
First down and 10 for the Spartans from the Bishop McGuiness 46. Michael Graham gets the snap, hands off to Rodney Fields. He cuts up the field, gets about 5, now 10. Really close to 15, maybe 16, 17, right up the middle. A nice first down, first and 10. They're moving the chains. That was how long?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that was just
help me out, Sean.
Yeah,
how long was that? He gets there so quickly. I'm trying to do the math in my head,
Absolutely.
And I'm like, what is going on?
No, that looked like that was about 15 yards. And I tell you what, he drug about 4 white jerseys with him along the way there at the end. He was not going to be denied getting every bet he could out of that play.
As soon as he sees daylight, Rodney Fields explodes through the hole. So here they are in the bunch set. Fakes the handoff, quarterback sweep, and he's not going to get very far. That was read well by the Bishop McGuiness defense. They got in the backfield and made the tackle for the loss. It's going to be about second down and 15. That's a 5-yard loss for the Southeast Spartan football team. And like we said, take 2 steps forward, or take 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and that's kind of been the theme tonight with this offense. And now they're in a situation where they need 15 yards to keep this drive alive, but it's only second down.
Yeah. We're going to have to rely on the big play.
Here's the snap, and they're going to pitch to Rodney Fields, who gets tackled in the backfield. The play kind of took too long to develop, and it gave the opportunity to the McGuiness defense to get back there and make the play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they were just being disruptive, and like you said, it really took too long. That was a play where he had to make that, and he had to turn upfield immediately. And unfortunately, he just wasn't able to turn the corner before all those big white jerseys were right in his face.
3rd and 19. What are you running here, Sean?
Again, I know I said it earlier, and I keep saying it. It's the big play, man. They're going to have to fire off a big pass. They're going to have to look for an edge because that's where they're having their success.
4 receivers split, 3 to the wide side of the field, 1 to the short. Drops back, and he's throwing for the big play.
To the edge.
And it is incomplete. Well covered by the Bishop McGuiness secondary. I think I saw Noah Rice out there. He did a good job covering LaDainian Fields. So now it's a 4th and 19 situation, and I think Southeast is going to be forced to punt here on this play.
Yeah, and I think that's the smart thing to do here in this situation. I think so we've seen that Bishop McGuiness is explosive. They're fast. They can score. There's no reason to give them good field position in the event that you go for it and don't make it. Tattoo them as far back as you can and give yourself some room to breathe.
Kellen Frail is back to return the punt. He had the punt return for a touchdown earlier in the first quarter. And here's the snap. Here is the punt. It is high, and they're going to let it bounce. And Southeast is going to down it right around the 10-yard line. So Bishop McGuiness will have to go 90 yards if they want to score again. 8 minutes and 6 seconds left in this second quarter. McGuiness is up 35-0. Stay tuned for our halftime show sponsored by Langston University. If you've ever considered becoming a nurse or a physical therapist, you should enroll today at Langston University. LU is one of the leading state universities in producing nurses and physical therapists. Learn more by going online to langston.edu. So we'll update you on some of the scores from around the state of Oklahoma in high school football at halftime. And here's a 1st and 10 opportunity for Bishop McGuiness, and this is kind of a quarterback sneak right to the left of it, actually, kind of a quarterback lead. I don't think that was River Warren. It was a wildcat formation, direct snap to the running back, and he took a beating up the middle, got positive yards, but there is a flag on the play. Holding for Bishop McGuiness, so that's going to back them up a little bit, and looks to be replay of first down. It'll be 1st and 15 from their own 5-yard line.
Penalties look like they're a problem on both sides here tonight. Everybody's having a tough time.
Twin receivers to the left. Ball is snapped. Fakes the handoff. He's in the end zone. Throws it. Has a receiver. Caught at the 30, 40, 50. and he's pushed out of bounds near the 40. I think they're going to mark him at the 43-yard line. That was, what, a 55-yard catch?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that was a literal pitch and catch right there. Just when you thought that play was going to be dead, River manages to find a way off of his back foot, across his body, throws the ball that far, managed to hook up with his receiver and get all that positive yardage.
And now McGuiness is in Southeast territory at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, trips receivers to the wide side of the field. Ball is snapped. Warren's looking to throw, and he does, incomplete, but he gets hit in the process, and I think he kind of knew that defender was coming from Southeast, hit the quarterback legally, and was able to stop the pass from being completed.
Julio Gonzalez just getting back there, being disruptive on the play. I mean, was able to come up right behind him, and I agree. He knew that was coming. He was just trying to get that ball out of his hand. Couldn't get through his good throwing motion and ball.
2nd down and 10. River Warren gets the snap, hands off to Taffy up the middle, cuts inside, gets significant yardage, really, about a 9-yard gain. Hard-fought run by the Bishop McGuiness running back up the middle.
I tell you what, Taffy, he just ran that right there like he's a grown man with 6 kids and a 401k. That was a huge push right there. Huge push.
Yeah, correction, that was number 9. That was Zane Shadid. And they get right back to the line of scrimmage, and they hand off to number 9 again. Shadid on a sweep, gets the 1st down. Yep. And, yeah, that's going to move the chains. And, you know, Shadid's a little bit of different style of runner from Mike Taffy. Here comes Taffy in for Shadid momentarily. So you've got a different running back, but same result. They're moving they're getting positive yards.
Yeah, Julio Gonzalez for Southeast on the stop on that one.
Shotgun formation, trips to the short side of the field. Warren looks to throw. He's got time. And he throws to the corner of the end zone. It's intercepted. No, they're going to say, yeah, it is intercepted.
Yes, that was an interception, folks. And trying to see that number right there. Looks like it's number 5. That was Michael Graham Jr. with the grab. He was just hanging out right back there. Ball fell right to him, right in the breadbasket. Locked it up for the interception.
Not only is he talented quarterback for Southeast, but he can play corner as well. And made the play, caused the turnover. Great play by Southeast. Now they have the football, and it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line. They'll have an opportunity to put some points on the board here before halftime, try and cut this deficit a little bit.
Yeah, and look, this is what we talked about earlier, folks. We said you have to be opportunistic. You're going to have to be opportunistic against this Irish team. Something like that right there. It's time to go big, get yourself away from that end zone, and convert to get some points on the board.
So here we go. It's going to be shotgun formation. Michael Graham's overlooking the defense. He's standing in his own end zone. Hands off to Rodney Fields up the middle. He's going to get some positive yards as well. He's close to the 1st down marker. We'll see if they give it to him. They're going to give it to him.
Yes, generous spot, and they do give it to him.
Nice 10-yard gain. Got exactly 10 yards. It's now 1st and 10 from their own 15. So Southeast has to do whatever they can to try and get this end zone, get a field goal, get something positive, just to go into halftime with a good feeling. All right, shotgun formation. Hands off to Fields again. He's going to try and get as much positive yards as possible. It's going to be very little. Maybe 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, I mean, irresistible force meets the immovable object right there. Is it literally, like he said, just inches? Didn't get much off of it, but wow, that was hard fought.
5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the 2nd quarter before halftime. And again, check out our halftime show sponsored by Langston University. We've got a lot to talk about, that's for sure. Shotgun formation for Southeast. 2nd down and 9. Gets the snap. Michael Graham drops the ball, picks it back up, and is tackled immediately by that Bishop McGuiness defensive line, so that's going to be a significant loss.
Absolutely. I mean, and Bishop was so fast on that. That ball was snapped, literally hit the ground. And, folks, we've seen that all this season between the center and just that whole snap, just that whole exchange. There's been issues. Sometimes it's a little high. Sometimes it's a little low right there. Just was not high enough, and he couldn't get it.
3rd and 17 for the Spartans. Really need to figure out a way to get 17 yards. Here's the snap. Michael Graham throws. Can he get it? Yes, he can. 50, 40, 30,
It's a
20. Oh, my gosh, an 83-yard touchdown pass to who caught the pass? LaDainian Fields, the unbelievable. That was an 83-yard catch and run by wide receiver LaDainian Fields, and they get in the end zone. Southeast touchdown.
I tell you what, folks, this guy's got a rocket booster. He was absolutely gone. Once his hands made contact with that ball, he poured on the speed, and there was absolutely no way he was going to be able to catch that blur as it moved its way down the field.
And perfectly thrown football. I almost thought that he overthrew it, but LaDainian made all the difference, hit a different gear, and had some separation from that defensive back and was able to catch it in stride and take it all the way to the house. What an unbelievable big play by the Southeast Spartan football team. Ball is snapped. They're going to go for 2, and Michael Graham's going to get in the end zone and gets the 2-point conversion. He converts. Southeast has 8 points on the board. There's 4 minutes and 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Bishop McGuiness is going to get the football back. They've got a lead of 35-8. We'll be right back with more high school game of the week here on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1, and the All City Sports YouTube page.
With the Google Pixel 7 Pro, you can perfectly capture your friend's intimate beach elopement and remove the 50 people swimming in the background. Or take a detailed close-up of the wedding cake before it drops on the sand. And be the DJ at the after party. And the after party, okay. Get our best deal on the Google Pixel 7 Pro at AT&T and enjoy every moment with the Magic Eraser, Macro Focus, and all-day battery.
With eligible trade-in, offers vary by device. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
Kansas City Chiefs football is here. KINB 105.3 FM, HD1. Kingfisher, Oklahoma City. A Perry Broadcasting Station.
Welcome back to the high school game of the week football broadcast here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM, HD1, and the All City Sports YouTube page. You can watch the entire game online. Just find the All City Sports page on YouTube. You can click it, search, find the link. It's very easy to do, and if you can, click like and subscribe. That way you'll never miss out on another All City Sports broadcast ever again. But I want to thank all of our sponsors and our people involved with the broadcast. Cameron back at the studio. We've got a score 35-8. Southeast just now gets on the scoreboard on an 83-yard touchdown catch by LaDainian Fields. Of course, the ball was thrown by quarterback Michael Graham. And now they're going to kick the football off. It's going to be an onside kick, and it's got to go 10 yards, and I don't think it's going to happen. Southeast got a little gutsy on that play. I don't mind the attempt. They're down 35-8, so they're trying to do whatever they can to get the football back, but the onside kick did not go far enough. It's got to go a minimum of 10 yards before Southeast can even touch the football. It went about 7.
Yeah, just a little bit too short, and they're coming off of the thunder of that LaDainian Fields touchdown, folks. That kid is quicker than a hiccup, and I guarantee they thought that they were going to be able to get that ball back right there with just that little kick. It puts them in a different position now.
Bishop McGuiness offense out on the field. They're going to throw or run a toss to Taffy. He cuts back inside and gets to the 30, 20, and he's going to be brought down close to the 15. Maybe they'll mark him at the 16, but that was a very explosive 20-yard run by the running back for Bishop McGuiness.
Folks, I said it earlier, this guy, grown man running, and if not for literally reaching out and touching someone, grabbing the back of that jersey and dragging him back, he would have found all that end zone.
He is the king of the cutback lane. As soon as he goes left, he's looking to go right.
Oh, my gosh,
and
absolutely.
He saw the lane, hit it hard, was able to get the gain. Now they're back at the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation, one man in motion. River Warren's going to run left. Now he's going to run right and throw to the tight end where he's going to get blown up. It was complete pass, but it will be for a loss. They tried to get him on the far side tight end screen for a 1 yard loss. So I think it's going to be about 2nd and 11 here from the Southeast 16.
Yeah, and nice job just being disruptive right there to Southeast. I mean, just being right place, quick to the ball, and putting a stop to it.
Shotgun formation, River Warren, McGuiness quarterback, hands off to the running back, up the middle, 5, touchdown, a quick 11-yard gain right up the middle by Mike Taffy, the senior running back for the Bishop McGuiness Fighting Irish. Doesn't take them long to answer with another touchdown. The score is 41-8. Could be 42 pending an extra point here.
Yeah, I mean, and Taffy is so physical. Again, you got to put respect on his name. The kid is so physical, so quick. He's breaking ankles all the way.
And well blocked by that offensive line. They deserve a little credit, too. Here is the extra point kick. It is good. Score is 42-8. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back with more high school game of the week here on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, and the All City Sports YouTube page, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Metro Technology Centers.
America's top critics have spoken. Till is an exceptional movie.
The whole world has to see what happened to my son.
Danielle Deadweiler's portrayal of Mamie Till Mobley is a triumph.
Foes in no kind of shape to be seen by him.
He's in just the right shape.
It's a bold and lovingly told tale.
I can't look at him. We have to.
That deserves your attention.
Now I know what happens to any of us had better be the business of us all.
Till, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Now playing in select theaters everywhere October 28th.
Welcome back to the High School Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony in Metro Technology Center. Stay tuned for our halftime show, sponsored by Langston University. Got a score of 42-8. Bishop McGuiness is up by a lot over Southeast. They're going to kick the football into the end zone, so Southeast is going to get another opportunity on offense, and they'll get a first down and 10 situation from their own 20-yard line. There's about 3.5 left in this second quarter, so they're going to try and get as much yardage and as many touchdowns as possible in this short amount of time. Last possession, they threw an 83-yard touchdown pass to LaDainian Fields to get onto the scoreboard. Bishop McGuiness answered with a Mike Taffy 11-yard carry for a touchdown, and now Southeast gets another opportunity.
Yeah, and you know, this is going to be big for Southeast again. With only 3:30 left, they need to score again. They need to bring some more points back into the half, just for morale, if nothing else.
Shotgun formation. You've got two outbacks that are lined up as fullbacks. They're going to hand off to Rodney Fields, who's going to try and find some room on the edge. He's got about 3 or 4 yards before he's pushed out of bounds. And he immediately heads for that sideline because that's where he likes it. If he can find a crease, he's gone.
Yeah.
But Bishop McGuiness has kind of figured that out.
Yeah,
from the looks of it.
Out here on the field with a Bishop player definitely down and looks like he is writhing.
Yeah, that looks like number 32. We'll have to get my binoculars out. I think that might be Marcus James, who's a sophomore for the Fighting Irish. I don't know if my eyes are that good, so don't hold me to it. But, yeah, they're going to call an injury timeout here. Okay, and that is number 12, Jack Dolan, senior wide receiver / defensive back for the Fighting Irish of Bishop McGuiness. So he at least got 4 yards, so it's going to be second down at 6. I want to, again, thank our sponsors. Chuck Davis, State Farm. He's here when you need him. Give Chuck Davis a call today at 405-378-8008. That's 378-8008. And he will help you insure your assets and a whole lot more. He does a great job helping people with their insurance. Thank you again for sponsoring this broadcast, Chuck Davis of State Farm. All right, 2nd down and 6 for Southeast. Michael Graham, the quarterback, overlooking the defense. You've got single receivers on each side. They're going to hand off to Rodney Fields up the middle, and he's going to be tackled after a very short yardage gain, if any gain at all. He may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was number 74 for Bishop that literally came exploding through the hole in the middle right there. Vincent Shivers, I mean, he came through there straight as an arrow.
And he's one of their better defensive tackles. We talked a little bit about him during our pregame show. So 3rd and 5 for the Spartans. Single receivers over each side. Got 3 running backs in the backfield, and Michael Graham's going to throw complete to Chanceley Law. He's going to be tackled right at the 21, and a very short gain for the Southeast offense, and that was well defended by that defender.
Yeah, that was Kellen Frail. Yeah, I mean, just an open space. I mean, just took him out at the knees.
Law had one man to beat. If he beats that guy, we may have another touchdown here on Southeast, but it was a great play by that Bishop McGuiness defender there. So 4th and 9, and Southeast is going to be forced to punt the football. And either way, it's probably going to be good field position for Bishop McGuiness. Here's the snap, and the punt is up, and it's going to get to the 45, and it's going to bounce around to the 50, right around the 49. So that's where they'll mark the football. There's a minute and a half left in this second quarter, and McGuiness is going to get the ball back and try to increase their deficit. Right now they're up 42-8, but I could see them trying to score. You know, they when they get an opponent down, they like to step on the throat and really put it to them as much as possible. They have an opportunity to put some more points on the board here, and we'll see what happens here shortly.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they play this one. You know, are they going to just burn out the time and just leave it be to take it into halftime?
2 tight ends, double tight, got 3 receivers split, 2 to the left side. Ball is snapped. They're going to fake the handoff. Riverwarren's going to run right. And he throws, completes it to the 35. Gets to the 30, 25.